Hello, everybody. Welcome back to some Toonkind at 12 frames per second. My name is Whis, and this is some more NPC time for me. I'm having a great week. I am going to be playing one local pumpkin, and joining me today, I have a very wonderful, talented, and funny roleplay buddy. And I'm doing jazz hands in your direction.
I blush. Hello, everybody. My name is DeeDee Flowers, and I'll be playing Phileap the Frog Dan. And Whis, how dare you say that to me when I cannot say it back? That is. Whis is also wonderful and talented and funny and creative. So there.
Oh dear, oh dear. But yes, this is highly overqualified. So DeeDee, do you want to give some backstory on what Phileap's up to at the minute?
Sure. So, long story short, Phileap is single dad. This is well-known knowledge. He is single dad to five babies, to five small guppies, who will soon be eventually five small toddlers. And yeah, that is weighing on his mind. Even there have been many plot shenanigans, lore to be had in between. But yeah, that's still kind of, rolling around in his old noodle and causing as a source of stress and worry. So yeah, he's made a lot of friends though, a lot of family friends who have been helping him out, including Lil Lynn Stagehand, the detective, who is also terrifying, and I love. Listen, I love her. Phileap respects her, but he's also still very scared.
I mean, fair.
Because Pop. But yeah, when Phileap and one night when Phileap and Lynn were just chilling out, talking single parent stuff, having tea. He mentioned he was on the hunt for a babysitter, and she recommended this fellow named Korvits. And she's got a good judge of character. He's gonna give it a try. That's all he knows about Korvits, is that Lynn recommended him. So,
bless.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
We're gonna see how that goes.
Alright, cool. So, how does Phileap want to get in contact with, this recommended babysitter? I imagine that Lynn would have said, oh yeah, he's over at the manor, or you can, write him a letter or something like that.
I kind of think it would be funnier if he kind of, wrote a letter, kind of oh, hey, I'd just so, when he, I don't know, if it would be funnier, to have Korvits come to Phileap's place, or Phileap come to Korvits' place.
Korvits lives at Macabre Mansion, so up to you.
Oh, You know what? I will say, he's I say it might be funnier if he just shows up at Phileap's house, or Phileap's place of residence.
All right. Suits me. Alright, so yeah, you send off this letter saying, hi, Lynn said that you might be able and willing to help me with some babysitting stuff, whatever the specific wording is. And I'm gonna say it takes about 2 days before there is a knock at Phileap's door.
Oh, he does not write back?
Nope, he's just gonna show up.
Oh boy, he knows nothing. Oh boy. So yeah, I want to say that Phileap is the guppies have been put down for a nap, so he's also a little bit. I want to say he's a little bit tired. He would also like to take a nap, but meal prep, he's got to get dinner ready, so he's putting dinner on the slow cooker. He's in his kiss the cook apron, and before when he hears the doorbell ring, it's oh, I'm not expecting anybody. I wonder who that could be. And he's just gonna, plop on over, and open the door. And what does he see?
Well, the first thing I'm going to ask actually is how tall is Phileap?
5'8". He is 5'8".
Okay, cool. Great. So the person that is standing at the door is significantly taller than Phileap. Like, he is 8'11".
Oh. Oh my
And
god.
and like he's just sort of standing there at the door, and he's got this he's got Phileap's letter in his hand, and looking at the return address and the letter and the person who just came to the door. And yeah, he's very, very tall, got a pumpkin for a head, and he glows, like his mouth and eyes glow a vibrant yellow, and he looks down at Phileap and just sort of goes,
Hi. Are you, Phileap?
Can I paint you a word picture? Because I just realized, with how tall he is, Phileap is staring at Korvits' navel. Like, he doesn't see the face until he looks up.
it's just still straight at his middle. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he looks up, hears that utterly terrifying voice, and I need to roll a d2. Like, oh, okay, that's a 2. He doesn't faint. But if you'll permit me to do a funny thing, I think he just stares wide-eyed, slams the door. He just slams the door. Like, nope.
Oh dear. I think there's just gonna be this pause and then this muffled response is just,
No? No. Okay,
I think he's gonna very slowly, like, he's gonna open the door again, like I don't know if you, like, do you want to roll insight, or actually I could give it to you if you just are good with it, like,
I don't think Phileap can roll a deception high enough to beat his insight.
You know what, that's fair. I could just give it to you. Like,
Sure.
he's not sure that, like, he's checking to make sure Korvits is real. This isn't some weird fever dream. This is actually happening. You're Hi?
hi. Sorry, if you're not Phileap, I'll go and, stop bothering you, but, my name's Korvits, Allhallows. I got a letter, and I am here to introduce myself.
Cool. So, do you want to, like, I know I already said, like, you want to roll insight, but, like, yeah,
Yeah, I'll roll it anyway,
like,
just for shits and giggles, why not?
just for shits and giggles, yeah. How much do you perceive this frog?
Well, even though that was not a great roll, his modifier is bonkers because of who and what he is.
Oh boy.
So, like...
Oh my god!
Yeah, I know,
34?
right?
34! Yeah, Korvits, you see all. Well, okay, so you definitely see, like, this frog is already, you kind of perceive he's always anxious. You get the feeling that he's kind of, like, always high anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
But when you said his name, and that you knew his name, that terror just kind of grew, and was like, oh god, how do you know my name? How do you know my location? And then you mentioned the letter, and he's like, oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, the letter. The letter. That's the letter. That's you. You're Korvits?
Yep. That is in fact me. I am Korvits Allhallows. You mentioned that Lynn recommended me for a job. That's really nice of her, actually. But, yeah, I thought I would come and introduce myself, give the, best foot forward, good first impression kind of thing, because, we've not yet been acquainted and all that sort of stuff, and if you need help looking after kids, I mean, that's, it's not outside of my wheelhouse, you see.
Cool. Cool, 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 cool. You're the babysitter Lynn recommended. You are okay. Okay. I need tea. We're tea. We're getting tea. Yes, tea.
Oh, great. Sure. Your door is a bit small, but that's fine. I can adjust.
I think you're the first person who's ever said that. Uh, tea.
Well, I mean,
tea.
you're
Tea
kind
is
of tall for average too. I mean, you're definitely taller than Lynn, but you kind of get used to doorways and chairs being too small when you're my size. So, but that's fine. I can absolutely adjust to this. Let me see which would be best. I know.
And there's this sort of noise that kind of sounds like that kind of rustle of feathers when birds adjust their wings. And then he sort of shrinks down, and then standing on the pavement, you have to look down now. There is a small black raven sitting there.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I need to roll. Yeah, okay. I just rolled a whiz save. You didn't do too bad. That's an 18, like. Okay, so.
Gosh, Korvits is not prepared for the level of anxiety in this frog.
And Phileap was not prepared for Korvits. That's okay. It's like, honestly, this just helped. Yes, thank you. That I appreciate that. Do you like chamomile? I'm making chamomile. Anything good enough? He just kind of stares. Okay. Is this a situation where you can't talk or drink tea or do bipedal things when you are a bird?
He sort of tilts his head to one side and then makes another movement with his wings, which looks very much like a shrug. And then he's just sort of going to do that little trot that birds do and just sort of trot past Phileap into the house.
Oh, it's just so cute. Okay. I had to squee a little bit, but do you want to roll a perception, like as you get a lay of the land of Phileap's apartment?
Sure, we can do that. What do your bird eyes see? Ooh, that's quite good, actually. What's your perception modifier? Alright, so it's a 29.
Oh, dang! Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, me forgetting who Korvits is and what Korvits is. Yeah, this tracks. Yeah, your bird eyes once again see all. I basically just had you roll that so you could see that, like, oh yeah, there's food in the slow cooker. There's it's the typical house of like a new parent, I would say. Like, there's some toys scattered. It's a little bit messy. And then you see there is basically a large tub in the living room, and you see like a couple of snoozing little tadpoles in there, just taking their little nap.
Aww. I think what he's gonna do is he's gonna like take it a good look of the room, have like a little flap around, giving it a good look around, and then he's gonna find a nice spot on the floor where there isn't particularly much stuff, which I have one child, let alone 5, so like I can appreciate how this might be a hard task. But I'm gonna say he finds a spot and he just sort of plonks his little bird bum down on the floor, and then he shifts back and he's still sitting down, but is not going to bonk his head on the ceiling because he's on his bum. And he just sort of looks up and looks around a bit and just rocks on his seat a little bit.
So, this is a nice place.
Thanks. Thanks. I do my best. It's
Doesn't look like you've
I
been here
do have.
very long, though. Like, there's hardly any, like, fingerprints on the walls or anything. Although, if are these your kids in the tub?
Yeah, they don't have fingers yet or toes. That frogs. It comes later.
Right. Okay, well, that makes sense. Okay, well, I'm going to completely discount that observation, but, sure. Cool. As to your previous questions, I would love some tea. I mean, I don't normally do liquids, but that's fine.
Oh, do you? I have crackers. I've got chili. I'm sorry. I don't know. Like what's the preferred like polite thing to consume when you're in Halloween Town? Like, I mean, besides the only thing I know about is the tea that Asclepius recommends, and you just said you're not a tea person.
Oh, it's not so much tea necessarily; it's liquids in general. But no, that's fine. I'm quite happy to have tea. Don't go out of your way to make something for me if you're not going to have it yourself. You know.
Okay, I think he's like during this I think he just watched like Korvits make his way around the apartment as a little bird. That whole time he was like already putting the kettle on and like, getting like the tea into the little disposable like bags and like, getting mugs out. And he lays like a mug out next to him like as the kettle boils.
Yeah.
Forgot to turn the voice mod off. Yes, okay, sure.
Yeah, he's still staring. Like he's trying not to stare, but like he's staring. Can I actually roll insight on Korvits, like, or even like perception, like?
Oh, you can roll both of them if you like. We can do both.
Yeah, like what? Like I want to figure out what. Like Phileap wants to know what this guy's deal is. Like,
Sure.
12, and then. Well, that was a 12 and a 3, so I don't know what would be funnier to have as a lower roll, but
Well, he is he's not being deceptive or anything, so there's plenty that Phileap can see. So like he's a very like he hasn't stopped smiling the entire time. He's very looks like he's the kind of person who smiles a lot. But from what Phileap can see, there is definitely like an air of how to put it, like a little bit hopeful, I suppose. Like he doesn't need the job, but he really wants it. Like he really wants this job. As for what Phileap can see, so like this person is absolutely a Hausen toon. Very much like Jacques Bacab. And like he has the pumpkin for a head, and he's covered in like the it's like a hessian kind of fabric, like it's relatively coarse, that red shirt of his and black pants. And there is hints of bone that show between his sleeve and his gloves. So he's some sort of skeleton with a jack-o'-lantern head, Hausen, who definitely glows, but he's just sort of, he's not staring at Phileap as Phileap potters around the kitchen, but he's like watching him very curiously.
Cool. Well, I think that explains why Phileap did not faint. Like this is very much like Jacques, so like I think he's less frightened. He's had a little bit of experience, maybe, with someone similar to Korvits. And maybe like, I don't know, like Abigail's been giving him like fear training, so maybe that's helping too. Yeah, exposure therapy has been helping, I think. So, you said you were interested in babysitting? Or, well, babysitting, daycare, I didn't know about any particular daycares nearby, and well, Lynn recommended you. Can I ask why you wanted this job in particular?
Well, well, that's a few different reasons actually. I haven't looked after kids in a little while, but I do have extended amounts of experience in it. I do miss it, and also I don't have anything else to do, so having something to occupy me would definitely be appreciated by all parties, so that I don't get into trouble. I have a tendency to do that if left to my own devices. But it's I did used to run a playgroup here in Halloween Town, quite some years ago, and it was lots of fun, and the kids seemed to like it. So I do feel as though I have all the qualifications that you need. I mean, I am a spellcaster as well, so like I've got the whole mending and the healing. So like if when they have knees, if they scuff their knee, I can fix the hole in their pants, and deal with the grays or what have you, that kind of thing. And also like I can protect them from stuff because I'm not a slouch when it comes to that sort of thing.
Wow, that's huh. Uh, Philippe kind of has a look on his face like, oh, this is almost too good to be true. Like, I wow, that's sounds wow, that sounds ideal actually. Wow.
I
How
mean,
have you not gotten a job like this before? That's
oh well, I mean, I'm still kind of getting my bearings. I was on a how to put it, extended leave of absence, um, from town. Um, but yeah, still sort of getting my bearings. There's a lot of things that have changed while I've been away that I'm still sort of adjusting to. But that's completely different kettle of fish. The important part is I am actually thinking I should try and get the playgroup back up and running because, like, I mean, town still has kids in it. Well, 5 of them are here. So, like, and it was lots of fun, and the kids had a good time, and it was a good way to de-stress from all of my other duties, which I no longer have. So, I may as well take some of my existing skills and put it to good use, huh?
no, yeah, I get that. I kind of was out of the job for a bit myself. That adjustment is very hard. But yeah, this I'm gonna be real with you. This almost sounds too good to be true. Wow. um, how? Wow. Me, the player, trying to think of words.
It's all good.
I think he's going to. I am going to say like I think at that point like the kettle goes off. It's like oh right the tea. Right back. You're back.
Yeah,
And he goes
no
to
hurry,
like
no hurry.
yeah, and he gets like the little teapot. It has a little cozy on it that looks like a frog because I like frog things. I, the player, like the frog things.
No, that's great. I love that. Get the theme and stick to it. I love it.
I love it. And like he just pours the water into the cups, pours it into his own cup, puts the teapot aside, and kind of holds the mug in his hand. It's like, so yeah, this is I'm really glad that Lynn recommended you. How did you I mean, you don't have to answer this if you don't want to, but like, how did you meet Lynn, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh no, I don't mind talking about it. Lynn was part of a group who, how to put this? She, ended my extended leave of absence, along with, Jacques and Gibbs. I'm not sure. Have you met Jacques and Gibbs? They're some of my favorite people ever. But yeah, no, because of those three, my extended leave of absence is, ceased, which is great because now I'm home. But yeah, like I said, things are very, very different, but that's fine. Jacques has been very accommodating given how much of a pain in the ass I am.
Man. I think Phileap is just nodding. I'm gonna roll. Man, I don't think knowing like what Phileap knows about Lynn and like just I think I'm gonna roll something I'd like to see if he draws like the entirely wrong conclusions. um maybe insight? Yeah, insight. That's a 3. Yeah.
Incredible.
So yeah, I think he's just trying to parse whatever he's trying to parse like what Korvits is trying to say with that very vague backstory. And I think with the 3, that's with my plus. I think he's going to draw the conclusion that, oh, this man has done time and Lynn broke him out of jail, I guess?
I love that so much.
Oh, I think Philippe's eyes wide is like, oh, okay. I think I understand. Hey man, I get it. Like, it's hard. And you know what? If Lynn recommends you and I think, I'm so glad you are doing better and you're doing your best. But he's trying to be supportive in his own awkward way.
I know, it's fine. I mean, 180 years, it's a long time, but here we are. But yeah, no, those 3, they brought me home. That's how
100 and what now?
Yeah, 180 years.
180 years. 180 years? As in, cool. It's not polite to ask someone how old they are. Don't ask. It's not polite to ask someone how old they are. Don't do it, Phileap. Don't do it. He's saying this to himself, like, oh God.
I don't mind. I mean, if you count that 180 years, I'm about 200 years old. If you don't count it, then about 20. But it's up to you.
Okay. Why not? Sure. This that tracks. This is Halloween Town. Yeah, this tracks.
I mean,
is this? I don't know why I'm surprised anymore. This makes perfect sense. I mean, look at Jocks.
Oh yeah, you want to know something really funny? Jocks is technically older than me by about 6 months, and he has never ceased to tease me about it. But we are functionally the same age, and I maintain this.
Yeah, So you and you know the mayor then too? I mean, I guess that makes sense. Like, everyone knows the mayor. Like, I met him the first day I moved. I came here, so that.
Oh yeah, he's a sociable type, and I mean, yeah, no, I've known Jacques since the very first day of my life because he was the first person I met properly. So yeah, we go way back. He's one of my favorite people ever, and very very fond of the guy. And he's still not without cause. He's a wonderful person. Love him to bits.
Yeah, he's wonderful. I think I'm not gonna have you roll insight because your insight's so stinking high. I don't think you realize, Korvits, Phileap did not know that Jocks was that old, and now his brain is raking. Like, you knew. Okay, wait. You see the mental math. Like, you knew Jocks knew you since you were first created. You were created over 180 years ago. Jocks is over 180 years old. Oh my God. How old is the mayor? Oh my God. Okay, cool. 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 I mean, I'm sorry, that was rude. I didn't realize the mayor was as old as he was. I mean, Lynn calls him spooky grandpa, but she also calls me, like, other things, and Captain calls me hop along, and I don't know, like, names mean nothing here. They mean they're.
It is an affectionate pet name, but also he is old, and I mean so am I. But you know we are toons. We don't exactly necessarily age normally. It's a bit of a ring toss to see what kind of aging process you get. And as for me, like Jax has changed a little bit in terms of appearance since my extended leave of absence, but not a huge amount. And as for me, I mean, my personal circumstances are more internal than external. And title-wise, I exchanged one title for another. Whereas my appearance is basically the same. So, you know, toons, right?
Yeah, toons. Hey, and you don't have to talk about it if you don't want to. Like your extended period. I don't want to say I get it because you know, everyone's experiences are different. But like, listen, I'm not gonna pry. Your past is your own. Like I don't want to like, and I've known like plenty of people who've, you know, done hard time and like you know like you don't have to go into it if you don't want to.
I mean, it wasn't particularly hard. It was kind of me being in a coma for that long. Sort of.
Okay.
So what I mean is I don't remember most of it.
Okay. What if I rolled like I'm gonna roll another insight to see like if he or connects the dots like that this is not let's see. Well, that's a 14. I think he like with the 15, like you think he realizes okay, he's not talking about jail.
Yeah.
He's not talking about a prison sentence. Cool. Okay, not what I thought, but that's okay. Point still stands. Point is still valid. I will respect, yeah, you don't have to talk about it if you don't want to. Though I do appreciate you being open about this stuff.
I mean, it'll come out of the woodwork one way or the other. I'm just glad it wasn't regicide, you know? That's a lot harder to come back from.
Wait, so what now?
Is that the right word? I'm sure that's the right word.
Regicide means murder of ruler, kings, I think. The side part means death. Did someone try to kill you?
Oh, well, frequently, yeah. I mean, that's what you get for being in a position of power. I mean, it's part and parcel with the job, really. Like assassins every other Tuesday. Well, not quite that often, but you know, I'm speaking hyperbolically, which I am also not pronouncing correctly, I don't think. That's fine. You know what I mean. I'm exaggerating slightly for emphasis, but yeah, no, well used to people trying to do me in, but it doesn't really happen that much these days.
Okay, Phileap is just like prayer hands, just staring. Okay, I know I said I wouldn't like pry, but I do feel like I gotta ask. So, I just want to see if I understand this. You were freed from a long incarceration by the mayor and the detective stagehand and some fella named Gibbs, who I don't know, but I'm sure he's nice. And you were freed after 180 years, which is not the full extent of your lifespan. And you're also a prince king who's had assassins come after him because of... and that's why you were in a coma?
I mean, At the best, yes. The person who did it to me, we don't know who they were or what their motivations were, but, I mean, the alternative to me being in my whatever coma, prison, what have you, was being dead. So, I'm gonna take one over the other. But yes, have you ever heard the term the Pumpkin King? I feel like people use that one for Jacques a fair bit, but he's like, no, I'm the mayor kind of thing.
That's you?
That's me. the literal pumpkin and king. But the kingdom isn't necessarily here anymore, so I'm out of a job.
Oh. I have a king at my kitchen table asking to babysit my children. Okay? Sure. Sure, why not? This might as well happen. Oh, Yeah, sure. I'm sorry, I'm just a little bit flustered. I don't think
fair.
I've ever met... I mean, the closest I've ever met to royalty before was the mayor. And now all of this.
I mean, I'm technically retired now. I mean, like I said, the kingdom doesn't really exist anymore, which is sad, and I also have to, I have to inconvenience that Giznet fella a lot, because of him I don't have any territory anymore. But that's a completely different situation. But yeah, so, I'm not really a king anymore, because there's no kingdom. I have a little bit of a different role now, which is something you probably want to know about.
And he's just sort of tapping his fingers together or looking really awkward about how do I bring this up? Because this guy seems really nervous.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I think the nervousness has kind of fallen away when he mentions that his home is gone, because he's kind of looking at Korvits like with a kind of wounded, like, sympathetic expression. It's like, you lost your home?
Well, Halloween Town is still here, which is great. Halloween Town was the capital of Armadas of our kingdom, and so it's still here. It's just our territory used to be so much bigger. I have looked at a map. You know where Toontown is, right? All the way up there?
Yeah.
Our territory used to stretch way up there to that point. Not quite as far as Happiest Place, but, around there. But, Toontown is still here. My castle's not. But Toontown is still here, and Chuck's is still here, and I could not be more grateful for that. So, it's not 100% different. It's just about 80% different. Yeah. That's where we're at.
Oh, dude. God, the only thing that comes to mind is, that's rough, buddy. I think if Korvits will permit, he'll kind of gently pat Korvits' hand. It's hard when things change. Even when it's good change, it can be hard. That's rough. I'm sorry, man.
It's alright. It is what it is. I'm just glad to be back, and, while our annexing part of Giznet is probably not the smartest idea, it's so very tempting, I don't really want to go to war, so, it is what it is.
Violence not good. Yeah.
And,
I don't blame you for being angry. Oh.
Oh no, it's not even angry anymore. I don't think it ever was. I mean, it's been a couple of months since I came back now. So what are we looking at? November, December, January, February. Yeah, it's been about 6 months since I've been back. So, it's just sort of sad. And I mean, like I said to you, I was a king. I had quite a lot on my plate, and now I don't have anything. So I'm at a little bit of a loose end, which is why I am here to facilitate some spare time on your part. Because yeah, you know, before I was put into my weird coma thing, as I said, I ran a playgroup, and I did that for probably about 19 years or so. I mean, I didn't start it up straight away after I was created, but, you know, it was relatively recent after that, so...
Yeah. Well, I mean, if Lynn recommends you, like, with everything I've heard, and with Lynn recommending you, like, I think you'd be perfect for it. Well, like, you'll have to meet the guppies when they wake up, of course, see how you guys get along, but, like, yeah, I think I would love to have you helping out. Like, this is great. Like, yeah, I think
I'm
this will
glad
work
we
out
can have
perfectly.
Have a mutually beneficial arrangement. Like, I mean, you don't even have to pay me, quite frankly. I have absolutely zero need for gold. I've been there, done that. Don't actually need that, so you don't even have to pay me. So it's just keeping me out of trouble.
Well, even if, like, I don't pay you, like, I feel like I gotta do something. Do you like food? Do you like gumbo? Jambalaya? I can make you some good food. I'll make you dinners. At the very least,
sure.
I should make you something to eat.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna say no. I mean, as I said, I don't really do like liquids particularly. Here, give me that teacup.
Sure. Do you do spicy food? Because most of the food I make is pretty spicy.
Oh no, I'm fine with spicy, but here, watch this.
Oh, okay.
And he'll pick up the teacup, and I'm picturing, because he's so big, it looks like one of those toy teacups out of a kid's little tea set thing. And he'll just knock back the tea like a shot, and then he just breathes out, and there's this steam that comes out, like really thick, really hot steam, like you just dumped water onto a fire.
Huh. Well, I guess, yeah, that tracks. That would make liquids difficult. But yeah, and this might be rude to ask. So you aren't able to taste it or anything?
Oh no, I can taste it. I mean, that wasn't particularly much, and it wasn't very hot. I can do hot. Hot's fine. But yeah, no, I tasted that. That was very nice. Very nicely brewed. Well done. But like, liquids, it kind of leave a little weird tingle sort of feeling in my mouth. So like, you know, soup. I don't really do soup.
Oh.
But like, sugar.
No gumbo then?
I'm definitely into sugar. That's fine. I don't know how much you know about jack-o'-lanterns, but I'm full of fire.
Huh. You know what? That makes sense. That explains the glowing. That does explain the glowing.
I'm not 100% certain it's not one of my like domains, but I'm still working that out.
No, that makes sense. What do you mean by domain? And what domain? Like a part of your kingdom area? He takes a little sip politely as he's saying this.
Oh no, like I mean my divine domain.
Yeah, T immediately spat back out like.
Oh, I was hoping we would have a spit take. That's so good.
I did that on purpose. Hot liquid in throat. Oh God. I'm fine.
Do you need
I think...
a healing word? You alright there?
It's fine. Whew. Did you say divine?
Yeah. I am. Surprise. I am, kind of a god.
A god?
Yeah.
Like an actual god?
Uh-huh. Like, legit, I have a warlock and everything.
Okay, so Okay. Philippe just does the prayer hands. I'm like, okay, let me see if I understand this. You were the very powerful king of a whole country over 100 years ago, almost 200 years ago. Then you did king things, including running a daycare or play group, you said? And then
That was
you
sort
were
of just a side gig, but yes.
Then you were assassinated, or like someone tried to assassinate you, and you were in a coma for 100 and some years. And now you're back and also a god.
Yeah,
And you want to,
that's the summary.
and as a former king, now god, you want to babysit my kids for free.
Yeah, yeah, that about sums it up.
Okay, I need to roll a whiz save.
Phileap, I'm sorry.
Oh god. No. Oh boy, that's not good.
Did you roll low?
It's a 5.
Oh dear.
Oh god. I don't think he faints with would he I don't know if he would faint with the 5, but he definitely is looking a little lightheaded. Like he probably stood up as he was saying this and is now just like wobbly sitting back down, head in hands, like just staring at the floor like what the heck is my life? What the heck is my life? Why didn't Lynn tell me about this? It's like, oh, just, talk to my friend Korvits. He's great. He didn't mention he's an actual little god. What the heck? Okay.
Oh yeah, she wouldn't have. I mean, I'm not shy about saying it. I feel like the people I interact with probably should know this. I'm still getting a handle on it. I may have accidentally made my warlock. Luckily, my warlock does not mind and is actually quite happy with the situation. But like, I feel like it's a thing that I should tell people partially for their benefit, but also I'm still getting used to saying, "Hi, I'm a god." It sounds really damn weird to me too.
No, I understand that. And also, well, I appreciate the sentiment with Lynn. I have a strange feeling she didn't tell me because she thought it would be funny.
It's entirely possible. Lynn is a gremlin, but that's the fun part about her.
Phileap has war flashbacks to when he was chased through the woods, terrified from his life. That's one way of saying it. That sure is one way to put it. Yep. I mean, I do actually like Lynn, but we had a very interesting introduction. We're like involving her gremlin-like tendencies, and I'm still getting used to it.
I mean, as far as I've been told, when I technically met them the first time, I was trying to kill them, I think is what they said. I don't remember. It was some weird shit. There were some things going on. I won't bore you with the details, mostly because I don't know most of them. But yeah, this old gourd up here, it's still got some info rattling around.
Haha, gourd pun. That's good. Huh. Oh man. So, huh. I need more tea. I think he's just like takes the cup, downs it, and just like puts it back down. It's like, oh, chamomiles are your thing. Huh. Wow, you. I'm sorry. I know I'm acting strange with all of this, and this shouldn't be like all that surprise, like, things in Halloween Town that are weird happen all the time. I feel like I'm sorry. I feel like I'm being rude, but you're literally offering to watch my kids for free, and you're an actual literal god. And like,
Yeah.
as an actual literal god, I'm sure you have other things to do, and it's not like, and like actual literal god.
Well, I've only talked to two other gods, and I don't get the impression that unless you're like a big god, the wishing star or something, you may not necessarily have a very full to-do list. I mean, nothing has jumped out of the woodwork at me yet. Um, have I explicitly told Lynn that I'm a god? Have I explicitly done that? I don't remember.
And he just sort of puts his hand to his chin and he's doing a think. It's like, wait, have I?
Oh, well, if you haven't, I think I want to be there to see it. Let her be shocked for once.
Oh, no, I don't know that we'd necessarily shock her. I mean, she knows that my backstory. She knows that I was a king, the whole shebang, but I'm just thinking, have I explicitly
you're right.
said it to her? She's not necessarily unflappable, but she's good at faking it,
Yeah, that is
Not that
that
I
is
can't
true.
see through that shit. If there's one thing I am still very good at, it's getting a read on people. And I've been trying to be really delicate. No offense here, but you seem like the kind of person who panics a fair bit. You got this vibe of anxiety about you. I hope that's not rude of me to say or anything, but
It's accurate to say you're fine. I know. It is. I know my strengths and my weaknesses, and I have many weaknesses.
yeah, just means you're alive.
Huh. One way to look at it, but yeah. Yeah, I am well aware how many I'm already very anxious, and I already have many fears, and I live in Halloween Town. I'm well aware of my situation.
Seems
But I
like
am
a bit
trying
of an
to.
odd choice, but you do you. If you're not into the whole jump scares kind of thing, we do kind of do that on a regular basis. Like, Car is the expert, especially when we've got people who don't know what they're getting in for coming into town. It's just like, I am just going to send you on a loop, and a loop, and a loop. And, we used to get up to so many japes back in the day. I mean, we still can, but, it's a bit different these days, but I won't get into that. But I think the main takeaway that you should have with this, Phileap, is yes, I am a very powerful spellcaster. I am former king, and yes, I am a god. But all of this is good for you, right? Like, yeah, it's probably really intimidating, but good, because who can look after your kids better than an actual god? Who's going to keep them safer than a literal actual god?
Well, I mean, you're right. Like that makes it. You're absolutely right, and I think like. Again, with your stupidly high insight, you see this frog putting the pieces together. He's just like, still trying to overcome the fact that there's a god at his kitchen table. And
Bless him.
it's like, I mean, you're absolutely right. And I feel like I'm making the worst impression. I'm so sorry, but you've, yeah, if you still want the job, I can you'd be perfect for it. It's just it's that would be perfect. Yes, I just God,
and I want to clarify something as well. I'm not going to ask for if there's any of this came into mind at all. There's no asking of boons or any of that other associated with that god doing something for you bullshit. This is strictly a business transaction. You give me something to do, I look after your kids. That's literally it. And if you want to feed me every now and then, that's fine, but none of that contractual bullshit. I don't do that.
I think you could tell that line of thought did not occur to Phileap.
Whoops. Well, it has now.
Yeah, it has now. It's like, gods can do that. You could do that? That's a possibility. Oh, God. I didn't even think about that.
I mean, that's my impression. It's not something I exactly know how to do, but I wouldn't be willing to do it even if I did. So, like, I just wanted to sort of put that one out there on the table. None of that shit's on the cards at all. This is a normal person to normal person kind of arrangement.
And like there's like you can feel the air quotes in your bones around that second normal person.
Yeah. Like he's just normal with this normal people. Yep. Huh. I mean, I'm gonna make more tea. And he just kind of sits up straight, makes his way to the kettle, pours more tea into the cup, and is like trying to do his deep breaths, like whoo, deep breaths. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I just need a moment. I'm gonna take a moment. And I'm gonna do like taking to another whiz save, like that's a 16. Yeah, he like after I don't think it takes him that long then to like, just take a couple deep cleansing breaths. Like, he places you see him place his webbed hand over his chest, kind of like gently placing pressure on it. Like he's kind of trying to ground himself and like, and then like, he's like, okay, I'm better. Thank you for waiting. And yeah, thank you for being so patient with me. I do appreciate it. Yeah, you weren't kidding earlier. Like, you were right on the money when you said, anxious. I am anxious about many things, and sometimes it can... I know, like, I'm not making a good first impression. I slammed the door in your face. I slammed the door in the face of a literal god. Okay, but I appreciate you being here.
I don't hold that against you in the slightest. I mean... people have done and tried worse. Like, I mean, again, the aforementioned attempts at regicide. So, like, slamming the door? Nothing. It's fine. You're fine. You are still in my good graces, or whatever.
Okay. Sure. Do you want, like... I know you said you had a stupidly, like, high insight. Do you want to roll just for funsies, or, like, do you want me to just give it to you? Like,
I can roll just for funsies.
For
Why
funsies.
not?
For shits and giggles.
See, the thing about being a level 20 deity... he's not level 20, he's level 40, I beg your pardon. No, 40?
Oh my god.
What's that? 20?
Oh my
no,
god.
Level 30,
my Korvits, I guess.
Yeah. Is even when I roll a 4 on the dice, his insight is a plus 26. So, like, that's still a 30!
Yeah, this is just a small thing. I think, Korvits, you realize that Phileap has many anxieties, many fears. One of those, along with, like, general spookiness, is just, like, a fear of, like, authority figures. Like, not about, like, disappointing authority figures, but, like, a fear of, like, authority figures, and you get this distinct impression that, like, oh, you've had poor experience with people who have been in charge. He's had a poor experience about people who have been in charge of him, like, or of his livelihood, doing unkind things. And so the fact that you are a god and he made a very bad impression, it helps that you have reassured him.
Mm-hmm.
Because, man.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Fair enough. I think he's going to just give Phileap another moment to collect himself, and then he's just going to go...
So, I realize that I've done a lot of talking, and you'll have to forgive me, I am part bard. I do that. I just talk nonstop. But Oh, do you have anything you want to tell me? Like, I mean, I know that my couple of personal bombshells are not insignificant in nature, but like, I mean, if we're going to be having this business relationship, do you want to tell me about yourself? I mean, you don't have to. I just gotta clarify that. But like, would you like to? Like, I mean, I noticed you're doing a whole single parent thing to 5 kids. I mean, this is Toons we're talking about. You wouldn't necessarily need to not be a single parent to have 5 kids, but, how did you end up here? I suppose is the question. More out of idle curiosity than requiring this information. If you don't want to tell me, you don't have to.
That is a long story involving so many shenanigans and breaking into a boat and a gun and a dog and a derogatory penguin attacking my coworker and poisoning them and then poisoning the captain and then almost dying and then the mayor healing them and getting lost in a cemetery and God, I'm probably making no sense. Or am I?
No, I think I'm following so far. I mean, I am only getting the footnotes here, but like, nope.
Oh, you're doing better.
That's pretty good. Yep.
Okay, more coherent version. My coworker, well, we don't work there anymore. My friend, she disappeared. But sorry, oh my God, they disappeared, and we didn't know what had happened to them, and then we got some false information about like how they were doing, and we thought they had been kidnapped. Turns out they were just with their mom, and we broke into their mom's ship, and that's something I still feel kind of guilty about, even though we were doing it for good reasons. And then other people broke into their mothership, and one of them shot her, the mom, and that was terrifying. And long story short, in order to cure the captain, my friend Jackie's mom, we had to basically get to Halloween Town, and Jocks cured them, and the people who were giving this false information about our friend are the worst, just deeply terrible, and also very powerful, and I am kind of afraid to go back to, well, not for myself, just Toontown's kind of where my former employer is, and they, like, as I mentioned before, are the worst, and kind of dangerous, and yeah, I don't feel safe having my kids there, and this place is, you know, I'm just gonna say different. And you know, but this is literally the safest place for me and my family right now, I think. And you know, maybe one day it'll be a little bit better and I can go back. But I don't know. And like, maybe I'm overthinking this. Maybe they're not even like after me anymore. I know that they were targeting Matt, but I just don't feel safe going back there just yet. So Halloween Town is my home for now. And, you know, I jump scares and getting lost in crypts because Kara likes to tease me and everything else. And Lynn using me as a chew toy aside. It like insert 1,000-yard stare from Phileap. But anyways, it actually has been really nice. People here are genuinely kind and very welcoming, and yeah.
Well, I'm very glad to hear that. I think I mentioned before that not everything has changed since I left, but that's something that hasn't. That's part of what made being king of Armatis so rewarding, because everyone in our kingdom, especially in the capital, we're in, for those of them still around, are just genuinely the most delightful people you'd ever meet. Some of them absolute assholes who will take advantage of any last little weakness that you can think of for the most innocent reasons. Like, I mean, we had this weird. I don't know if you noticed it around Animus when we had a whole bunch of weird snow in town. It doesn't normally snow in town, so like it was strange. But like we're having this snowball fight.
During that.
Yeah, the snowball fight. But I suck at that because again I'm full of fire. So like I pick up snow and it immediately melts. And you gotta. Don't disbelieve for a second that Jacques Lane and Gibbs did not immediately take advantage of this fact. Like, at all. But, like, so they're assholes, but they're good assholes, and they're my assholes, you know? So, like, I'm glad that you feel, apart from all of the teasing and is Lynn literally chewing on you, or is this a turn of phrase?
She hasn't chewed on me yet, but she has threatened to eat me. It's mostly just chasing me around the forest.
That sounds fine. That's
scaring me till I faint.
Well, she's fitting in real well. She hasn't been here as long as all that. Like Lynn, I think has taken to Halloween Town like a duck to water, which is a delight to see. It makes me very happy. But I'm glad you feel safe and comfortable here. And you know what? That whole thing about me being a god, now that I'm here, has a little bit of an extra bonus for you if you want to stick around.
A bonus?
Halloween Town may not have the territory it used to, but this territory is now not only protected by Jackson, Asclepius, and Gara, it's also protected by me. So, if anyone wants to come into town to do wrong by you, they've got to go through me first. And if you're living here, you're one of us.
Huh. That's, oh, okay. Cool. You don't, like, you definitely see him wipe his eye a little bit, like, fine.
So, now to completely change the topic, so how often do you want me to come by? Is there anything I need to know about the kids? Are you going to need to tell me their names, any allergies, or other special considerations? I'm going to need to, you're going to have to give me the entire rundown on the kids' their routines and the whole shebang. You're going to have to dump all of the parental information into my empty gourd so that I can properly look after them.
Oh, absolutely. And he is, hang on, I gotta roll a d10. Where's my d10? There's my d10. Okay, that's a 2. He pulls out this big honkin' binder out of his hammer space and just kind of plops it onto the kitchen table. It's like, okay, so I have everything broken down according to each child. Give me just a moment. And so let me tell you about their names. I'm glad you mentioned allergies because unfortunately, like we do have some allergies, nothing too serious, nothing like, that would result in the doctor, but minor rashes, but that's still something you want to avoid. And so yeah, I've got I've got nap time schedules, feeding time schedules, favorite toys, since everything you'll need to know. And so he's just like he's gonna info dump on about these kids.
Man, this is thorough. Like, if I got half this much information on some of the kids in my old playgroup, damn, that would have been so much better. But wow, this is really impressive, Phileap. I like this. Gosh, if all parents did this, wow, look at this. This is incredible. This must have taken you ages to put together. Oh my god, look at the size of this thing.
Yeah, it was a labor of love. I've been working on it ever since they were in eggs. I had to, you mentioned like 5 kids. They were eggs when I got them. I didn't know I was going to get 5 kids until they started hatching. I had to extend it quite a bit.
Ah, right, okay. Oh, because you're actually doing the whole frog life cycle thing. That's cool. Alright, neat. Oh, yeah. That means they're gonna lose their tails eventually. They're gonna have little stubby legs. Nah. Cute.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, as long as they don't have legs, surely they can't get away so much. Except kids, once they get legs or the capacity to use them for mischief, hot damn. But that's fine. That's why we're here, right? That's why we're here.
Yeah, that's kind of why I was looking for a babysitter soon. It's like they're getting close to like leg day, so I got to get ready for that, and I could really use the help when that gets when they're like when that happens. Oh, before you go, I know you said you're not good with water, but when they wake up from their nap, would you like to meet them?
I would love that. I mean, I was thinking that, especially seeing as you're going to need me more once they get legs than necessarily while after. I mean, there's still 5 of them, but, like, you can contain them in a bucket. So, like, you probably don't need me that much just at the moment. But if I come over, give you, like, a couple of hours just to sleep or whatever, then they can get used to me. And then when they need to be with me more often, they won't freak out. No, I would love to meet them. Yes, I have a thing with water, but that's fine. I'll be fine in, like, 20 minutes. I can go light something on fire later. It'll be fine. No drama. No drama at all.
Light a candle just in case. Like I have some scented candles. I'll go grab those, just to be on hand for when you need it.
All right, sure. Sounds good.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you're cool with it, we could we could time skip ahead to when the little guys wake up.
Yeah, absolutely. I had to picture them like just having the idle chit chat over this enormous binder while they wait for the kids to wake up.
Yes, and it is thorough. Like you get the talk about insight. Like this guy's good at notes. He's good at paperwork for it. Very good at paperwork for a tape. Headphone. My headset fell off. Okay. But yeah, he's very good at notes, and these are thorough notes on all the kids, and he is happy to talk as long as you allow it until the babies wake up. So, until I think like after like a bit of time, like we might start hearing the first like cooing of like small little tadpoles.
Oh, listen to the little squeaky noises. Aww.
Yeah, they're waking up. They're waking up. Oh, come on, you can come meet them. And I think he might like just kind of hold out his hand to be polite, to kind of guide them toward the tub.
Oh yeah, he's still really like conscious of the ceiling, so he is sort of just going to stay of half sitting down and just sort of shuffle over on his knees or something, which is not the most dignified way of getting over there, but he's like, I can either stand up and stoop or I can shuffle over on my knees, and you know what? I think this one sounds like more fun.
So that or like turn into a bird.
Yeah.
Yeah, Philipp's not going to say anything because, he's polite. He is polite. Or he tries to be polite when he's not anxious. And Korvits sees a small little sees under the rim 5 little guppies just blearily chirping and waking up and kind of shaking their little heads and kind of peeking out from on top of the water.
No, look at them. I've eaten marshmallows bigger than them. They're so small, Phileap. Holy crap.
Yeah, they are. Man. It's hard to believe. Part of me wishes they could stay this small forever.
No, but that's not fair to them, though, is it?
No, it's not. Yeah, they're ready to explore the big wide world, aren't you, kiddos? And he kind of gently reaches a hand and it is kind of rubbing one of the cheeks of the babies who nuzzles in.
How are you after your nap, you little squish things? Look at you little balls of tapioca, that's what you are.
He's gonna reach in and just give one of them a little bit of a little poke.
A baby is booped, and the baby blinks and is now staring at the big glowing thing, talking to them with big voice. Oh, this is cool. This is new.
Oh dear, oh dear. He's grinning as this baby looks at him. And like the finger that he poked them with is sort of steaming, like the water that was on it is just heated up to evaporate off just instantly.
Yeah.
Hi.
Oh, hey.
Hello.
Oh.
Aren't you a cute little thing? I'm going to teach you so many things. Hi, I'm your new babysitter.
Hey, what's Korvits' desk? I know it's probably stupidly high, but
His dex, like his flat dex or his save. I mean, they're both a +6 actually. Now that I'm looking at it.
yeah, I mean, like,
Do you want me to roll it?
yeah, just roll it. Let's see how it goes.
Oh my god!
Oh, what? What?
That is the funniest shit. He rolled a nat 1.
So, yeah, I don't know if, well, I rolled a 14, so,
Incredible. I love it.
So, yeah, I don't know if, like, where's Korvits' hand in that water? Like, you said it was, is it still in the water or just, like, risen out of it? Like,
Yeah, no, I think he sort of just reached in to boop it and then, like, withdrew his hand because, like, he's not going to just stick his hand in the water for too long because fire. So it's probably just hanging just above the surface there.
cool. You now, you just, like, see a yellow blur, you hear a chomp, and there is a baby biting your finger. Like, oh, no, Polly, no, that's not how we do that, sweetheart. This baby will not this baby is on the finger. It's just wagging its little tail, delighted.
I thought these were frogs, Phileap, not sharks. Are you a little shark? Are you a little shark? Look at you wag your tail. Don't worry, this doesn't hurt in the slightest. It's fine. Do they all bite? Just this one.
It's just Polly. She really likes to bite. I don't know why. This is like, oh my goodness. When my roommate came in, they immediately just bit down on their hand, and yeah. I should have warned you about that. I just thought they were sleepy enough that I could have, we would have been able to avoid it. But yeah, they're a hunter.
Oh, well, I mean, that's fine. Nothing bad about that. And I mean, again, this doesn't hurt. I mean, look at the size of them. They're tiny. So, you know, we can work on this. We can work on our manners, can't we, Polly? Yeah, we'll work on our manners.
And he just starts giving Polly a little bit of a pat with a single other finger from his other hand.
Oh, yeah, Polly's not letting go.
Amazing.
Oh, hang on. I can, there is a trick to kind of like getting her to let go. If you want me to try it, or you could try it yourself if that helps, or you might.
I mean, it sounds like something I should know how to do. Yeah, go on, lay it on me.
Just kind of just give her a little tickle underneath like their chin. That should they'll start laughing, and you can get your hand free.
Oh, okay, alright. No, I'm gonna hold my hand over the water for that. Alright, let's try. Let's just do a little tickle under the chin, and here. Tickle, tickle, tickle.
You hear, it's like, eek! You hear a little, and then the baby releases, tail wagging in delight.
There we go. There you go, you little shark. Aw. This is gonna be fun. I'm gonna have a great time, Phileap.
I'm glad. Well, you've met Polly, who's, I'm gonna say, is still kind of circling the water, waiting for that finger to lower into the water again.
As soon as they're big enough for Halloween costumes, I'm making her a shark costume. 100%.
Oh, that would be so cute. But yeah, you've met Polly. He gestures toward the little green baby who is still half asleep. Just this is Tad. Oh, the little one you booped on the snoot over there. That's Sally. And he gestures toward the purple baby with the little who's just kind of watching Korvits swim around. And then last but not least, we've got Polly, who is, still kind of half asleep as well. And then Newton, who is a little magenta baby, who is got little orange tufted hair, also is watching Korvits. Also looks like they might try to bite. Yeah, he's not much of a biter normally, but he likes to do what as his sister does, so you might want to watch out for that.
That's fine. I'm sure we'll get along like a house on fire. It's not a problem at all. I think we could get along just swell. You don't have to worry about a thing, Phileap.
And he's gonna just give this thumbs up.
Funny, like I tend to be more hesitant about this thing, but I believe you.
You actually sound a little bit surprised about that.
I surprised at myself. I tend to worry about all the things all the time. I'm not worried about this, which is weird. Is this how you feel all the time? Not worried?
I mean, I worry about some things. I feel like you might be skewed in your ratio in the opposite direction, but yeah, a little bit.
No, yeah. I probably skewed, but wow. Yeah, I'm not. I don't feel worried about this, which is weird for me, but nice. Weird, but nice.
Great.
Kind of describes my whole Halloween Town experience, actually.
That sounds about right. I mean, this is Halloween. This is what we do. Weird, but nice.
Yeah, you guys really are. You really are. And he's like, you kind of see like his shoulders slump, and he's relaxing. Like,
Bless Phileap.
growth.
Oh, incredible. Oh dear. I think Korvits is gonna smile and give Phileap this very, very gentle little pat on the back. And like, he's enormous, so his hand is like the full size of Phileap's back.
Yeah.
But he'll just give this little pat, and he just goes,
I might leave you to it for this afternoon, because I mean, I did drop in relatively unannounced.
That's fair.
Can be over whenever you want. Like I said, I reckon I should come over fairly frequently so that the kids get used to me before they are, possessing of the capacity to escape.
Yeah, that would be good.
And kids take some time to get used to people, so it's a good thing to do it now while they're little, so that they don't freak out when they see me when they're a little bit bigger, because I can appreciate I am very big, as we discussed earlier, but I might leave you to it for now. You can always send me a buddy plane, or I'm usually around town somewhere, either at the manor, or that curly hill over near the pumpkin patch. I hang out there a lot, so you can always find me there. And don't worry about what time of day it is. I don't really sleep anymore, which is weird, but I don't. I like to sometimes, but I don't need it. So like any time of day, if you just everything is going to hell and back, you can just send me a plane and say, Korvits, please, I need 10 minutes, and I'll be here. It's all good.
That is, I really appreciate that. You just like said the key words there, like, oh my god. Sometimes 10 minutes is all you need, but oh man, that's
Yep.
But that would be great. We could actually it might be good to have a set routine too. Like we could set up times same time during the day, so the kids the babies get used to the routine and get used to seeing you. I don't know, if mornings would work better or afternoons. I work part-time at this point, so that I could do either or, talk to my manager about that.
Don't
but
worry
yeah,
about changing your routine. Let me fit into yours. And if you don't want me to come here all the time, because get the kids out and about or whatever, I can show you the spot in the pumpkin patch where my old playgroup used to be, so we can just be there. The clubhouse still needs a little bit of work. I'm still repairing it. It kind of went abandoned for 180 years, but that's fine. I'm fixing it. So like we'll be able to hang out there once the kids get a little bit bigger. But you know, if we want to hang out outside, I mean, it's April. It's starting to warm up a smidge. It doesn't really get too much warmer than this because we kind of stick with our hazy shades of autumn, but you know, it warms up a little over the spring and the summer and whatnot. So you know, weather's nice as it gets. You know,
Yes.
I don't think I'd really like super shiny sunshine. It's kind of not my vibe. But you know, whatever. Different strokes for different folks. But yeah, that's an option. Or I can come here, or just tell me where you want me to be, and I'll be there. It's all good.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Either one will work with me. Yeah, probably like unless there's like a large body of water that would be sanitary and safe for the kids to swim in. Like it might just be best to meet until they get their legs. Like
I will have to check where the water goes in from the fountain because I don't think getting stuck in the fountain would be a good thing. But I could look into that because that's bigger than the bucket.
wait, there is a body of water that is.
I mean, it's a fountain, but it's bigger
Oh,
than their
you
bucket.
mean the fountain? Oh, yeah. They might have. You know, I could talk to the mayor about that. I never even thought about that before. But then the water is also green. I didn't know like if it would be like.
That's just for aesthetics. That fountain has some funky secret properties. I actually made that. Jax doesn't know anything about it. But I will have to check. I have not considered putting children in the water as a enrichment activity. Let me look into that and get back to you. But for now, let's just hold the phone on bodies of water because I think the next biggest one is the ocean.
Yeah,
seems less than ideal.
Yeah, I mean, I've taken them to the tide pool sometimes, like during the like when the water was shallow enough, like, you know, so it's like, you know, isolated, and they've really enjoyed that. I just, we're kind of freshwater, so like, well, we're not technically freshwater, just, you know, it's hard to find like, you know, places where babies can swim without, you know, things trying to eat them.
Oh yeah, predators and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, no, that's fine. Let me look into the fountain. I will make sure that the intake is smaller than them. And if it is, they should be fine. They might, you know, get their butts stuck, but that would be funny and not dangerous. But like, let me look into that, and I'll get back to you. But for now, how about I let you get on with your afternoon? And once you figure out when you want me, what routine, you just write me a letter. Buddy planes are a good way to get a hold of me. And then we'll make it work. We'll figure it out.
Wait, before you go, like I know, like, hang on, and he kind of like goes over to his fridge real quick and is grabbing a little like container, little Tupperware container. It's like I know you said you didn't really need anything, but you said you like sweets, and he pulls out a little tray of little like shortbread cookies and like says like, here, help yourself. Like, thank you just for just like showing up the way, like, you know, for being there and for offering, like, you know.
Oh, thank you. Don't mind if I do.
And like he will take one and he'll stick it in his mouth, and there is a very obvious munch 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 kind of noise. Would Phileap like to roll a perception?
Oh, absolutely. His perception's not good, but I'll roll it. Oh, that's a 13.
All right, cool. There is a moment before Phileap notices anything, but as in the amount of time between munch 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 and swallow, there is the distinct smell of like burnt biscuits. So like if you'd left the biscuits in the oven for too long, and they were starting to burn around the edges, like ever so slightly. Like, not super turned into charcoal, kind of really acrid, but just like that, they're a little bit dark around the edges, kind of thing. But then as he swallows, it kind of fades away again.
Oh, yeah, makes sense. Jox was pretty fond of them, so I thought, like, maybe, like, you know, seems to be pretty popular in general. Like, Cosby has liked them too.
No, they're quite nice. No, I never turn down sweets. I hope you don't mind if I spoil the children slightly with sweets. I will try not to go overboard, but I can't, trick or treating is a candy thing. It's kind of my
Oh, yeah.
vibe. I will try and restrain myself, given as they are still quite small, but no guarantee,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
So long as it's not before bedtime.
Hype them up so that they don't
And nap
sleep.
time.
That sounds mean.
And nap time, please. I also need sleep.
No,
That's
that's
normally
fair.
when I sleep too.
That's entirely fair. All right. Sure. Well, you know what? I think we've got a plan.
Yeah.
This is exciting. Are you going to have something to do? Great. Cool. Well, you have a look at your schedule, have a look at theirs, send me a buddy plane, and we'll go from there.
Oh yes, absolutely. Thank you for all of this and for stopping by and offering to babysit for free, which I still can't believe you're doing. Thank you so much. And he kind of offers a hand to shake, like.
Oh my god. Korvits will take the hand to shake it, but like he's holding on to Phileap so delicately because his hand is so much bigger. Oh man, it's like me shaking Oat's hands just in perspective. Oh, I love it.
God.
Him being so big is one of my favorite gags with him.
It's so good. The babies are literal handfuls.
But he'll shake Phileap's hand and then he'll lean back over the tub with all of the babies in it and he'll give each one a little tickle poke kind of thing. And I'm gonna roll him another dex just to make sure he keeps out of Polly's range. Oh, what's your dex again? +6.
I roll contesting athletics. Oh, yeah, I rolled a 5. So yeah, you avoid getting chomped. So I think Polly does make an effort, but
He's just gonna chuckle.
All right, now, little shark, I'll see you later. I'll see all of you later. We're gonna have fun, and then when you have legs, it'll be even more fun. I will teach you how to walk, and that'll be weird as hell. But we'll have a good time. You be good to your dad, yeah? You be good to your dad. I know you will. Got you little tapioca pearls. There you are.
I think Phileap just kind of laughs at that, like, oh, it's very sweet. It's very cute. His life is so weird, but it's so cute.
Korvits loves kids. He loves them so much.
It's so good. It's so good. I love Korvits. I think he's still, like, he's a lot better, but, like, actual little god.
And I think...
You know what?
Yeah?
It's like, yeah, this might as well happen kind of thing.
Oh dear. I think after he sort of said his goodbyes to the guppies, he'll turn to Phileap and give a sort of like a salute farewell kind of motion, and then he'll shift back down into his raven form and just sort of go again, and then take off flying and sort of do a lap of the room before heading for door, window, whichever is closest and or possibly open.
Yeah. You hear like a new round of chirps as Korvits turns into a bird because the guppies are like, that was so freaking cool! That's like the world's coolest game of peekaboo. How did that happen? Tall friend turned small? How?
Amazing.
But yeah, I think he'll open like the door politely for Korvits and kind of wave and is like, yeah, I'll send a plane. Thanks again. Thank you for everything. Yeah.
And he's just off into the night. And like, what's your stealth again, Korvits? Oh yeah, +24. As Korvits sort of flies up and across and then up a bit more, the second that he crosses over into like the night sky, he's just gone. Like he just blends in immediately and he's gone.
Oh. Huh. That's a cool trick. Halloween Town. He's just gonna kind of close the door. Still a little bit still a little shocked, but like, you know what? He is in Halloween Town. This is this should be expected, but like, oh man. And I think he just kind of, he puts the mugs away and he just his shoulders are relaxed and he's got a little bit of a smile, even though this afternoon was a lot anxiety wise. He feels calm. He feels relaxed.
Weird.
Huh. Yeah, weird. Not used to this, but in a nice. Okay.
Oh dear. Well, he has now employed a babysitter.
Yeah, he has. Congratulations, Phileap. You have achieved babysitter deity.
Oh, that's great. That was fun.
Yeah.
That was so much fun. I love playing Korvits. He just keeps talking and doesn't shut up.
And Phileap just watches him in awe. Thank you for doing this with me. This is so fun.
That was my pleasure. I've been looking forward to this for such a long time.
Me too.
Oh dear, oh dear. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and stop my recording. Thank you for listening,
Yes.
audience.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.